Did you know that your home can have up to 4 unique property values? That actually confuses some people, but I want to take a few seconds and walk through each of the 4 so you understand how different organizations and consumers are looking at the price of your home. The first one is your tax appraisal value, and this is what the government uses to estimate your home price and then set that tax rate that they charge you annually for your taxes. And of course, they're going to use that to then increase by a certain percentage the value of your home over time. Now, your tax appraisal value does not directly correlate with your market value, which I'll get to in a second. So the second value for your home is the lender appraisal value. So if you are buying a new house and you're taking out a mortgage, or you're simply refinancing your house, they're going to send an appraiser to your house to make sure that the value, the property that you're buying or refinancing, matches the loan product that they're going to give to you. Sometimes that number can very closely correlate with your market value, but again, it doesn't have to. And many times it's simply to make sure that the bank feels like they're getting a good value for the home so that they can loan the money to you. The third one is the one that is really the grayest area, and this is your estimated market value. So I'm sure many of you have been to Zillow, and Zillow's famous tool is the Zestimate. So this is essentially their way to kind of quantify and figure out what your home could potentially be worth. Now, Zillow does not have access to a lot of proprietary data that would make that model a lot better. For example, they don't have access to any of the sold data in your market. And especially here in Texas, you're not required to disclose what your house sells for. In fact, I recommend you don't ever disclose what your house sold for. So because of that, they're using the tax appraisal value, they're using list prices, they're using some other data that's in their system to try to come up with a value for your home. But it can easily be 15, 20, maybe even more % off of what your home could sell for. In the real estate industry, we use another tool which I believe is much better, again, at estimating your home value, and it's called the automatic valuation model, which we call the AVM. And the reason I like it is because it has access, I should say, to all that proprietary data from the market, including sold comps in your neighborhood, and it can more accurately reflect what's happening with your property. But again, the reason these estimated market values cannot equal true market value is because they can only look backwards. They cannot predict the way the market is going to go, but also they don't have any human connection to these properties. They don't know that that neighbor down the street who sold their house for $20,000 more had just finished a great renovation and added marble countertops and new hickory wood floors and tankless water heaters. So these models don't really have a way to estimate that. And again, they're estimated market values. And of course, finally, I've hinted to it many times, there's actual market value of your house. Now, this should be the highest number. And the reason is because I want you to work with a professional real estate agent when you want to come up with your estimated market value, so you can accurately find out what your home is likely going to sell for to a buyer. This is where we actually believe the market is going to take place. That number should be the highest. In fact, the farthest away should be the tax appraisal value, then your lender and estimated value, and then of course your actual market value. We have the access not only to all that proprietary data, but of course we're out in the market. And like I said, we've got the best chance to understand how your home matches up with others in the neighborhood, especially when it comes to comps and upgrades that many of your neighbors have done. Was this helpful? I hope so. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Would love to visit with you. And of course, if you know anyone that's planning to buy real estate, sell real estate, or look for investment properties anytime soon, I'd be honored for your referral. Talk to you soon.